did the songwriting dynamic change having Tara involved this time around?
Well, I mean, obviously, she contributed a lot. I mean, she's an amazing guitar player, and she comes from a different sort of school of thought and of guitar styles. But I think that's what makes her and I so complementary to each other, and so we sort of bring the best out of each other. She is an amazing guitar player, and she writes great riffs, and it's not like it was awkward or like a huge change in dynamic. It's just the fact that things were a little bit easier because, three heads are better than two. And with Ivy as well, I mean, she sort of came into it sort of towards the middle to the end of the writing process, but she did contribute a lot as well. And I think, now that we have this full, dynamic with the band and the chemistry is so perfect, I think it's just going to make things so much easier and it's just going to make our, make things improve for the band.
The next 5 albums will go more smoothly, right?
Yeah, yes, definitely. Well, I mean, it's tough because, a lot of people forget, we were like 14 and 15 years old when all this crazy stuff started happening to us.
Right.
And it's a very, very difficult, thing to grasp, being all of a sudden thrust into, I guess, the limelight and all that, and, responsibilities and, people, idolizing you, and, sometimes people can't handle it. So, yeah, things have kind of gone a little bit rough, but I think now, with age and with maturity and understanding, we're able to grasp these concepts a bit better and are able to deal with things more easily.
Right. And speaking of the Wayback Machine, you went back to, 2001, I think, the Oracle album, and grabbed Siegfried Meyer to work with you on this album?
Yeah.
Why Siegfried, and how did that collaboration work?
Yeah, Siggy is a good friend of ours, actually. He's basically worked his way up from being Mr. Bitchwork at a smaller studio in London, where we recorded both Spit and Oracle, to building his own studio in Goderich, Ontario, $1 million studio. I mean, this guy basically put his life on the line and all of that just to make it work. And him and his girlfriend live there and do their thing and record bands. And he's super, super talented. And because he's our friend, we obviously felt very comfortable in the environment, and it's a nice place. I mean, bands are able to live there. There's like a band house,
right,
so to speak, I guess. And then, the studio, it's all on a large amount of property, and it just felt right. I think we definitely will record with him again because he's so amazing, and he keeps adding and improving on his studio and stuff, so I think even next time around will be even better. But it was just the right thing to do, He's done a lot for himself, and we respect people like that and appreciate that. So we did have a lot of fun on recording Oracle with him too, because he was sort of like the second or third engineer. He was kind of the butt of a lot of jokes and stuff. So now he's the boss man. It's all good.
Well, and obviously you guys are significantly more happy with the production on this album than the last one, so.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It all turned out. You guys shot both the CD's videos so far on back-to-back days. What was that like?
Yeah. Exhausting. It was kind of a whirlwind weekend, actually. The first day we arrived and we did the album cover and press shoot, which was like, I don't know, we were up at 5 or 6 in the morning shooting for like 12 hours. I don't know, it was ridiculous. Maybe longer than that, and the outcome was the album cover and all the press shots, obviously, and some of the inside stuff as well. And then the next day we did the Cutthroat video, and that didn't really allow for a lot of sleep because, we had a whole bunch of stuff that we had to do. And it was really, really hot, we were in an abandoned, I guess, a department store in Brooklyn. No air conditioning, no electricity. It was all powered by generators. So in late July, stifling heat. There was someone had heat stroke, and it was a very exciting. I guess it kind of added to the gritty nature of the video. And then we did that until late into the night. And then we got up about probably 3 or 4 hours after that, and went for makeup and hair and all that stuff for the Sorrow I Know shoot. And it was definitely an exhausting weekend, but it was totally worth it. Especially Sorrow I Know, we were looking forward to it because it's the concept and the idea is something we've never really done before. Something a little bit more dramatic and costumey.
Right.
We're still girls. We like to play dress up sometimes, so it was really fun to be able to do that. And they picked an amazing location. It was like a real kind of secret speakeasy. They still serve their alcohol in teacups, stuff like that there. So a really cool experience, and it was really a lot of fun. And we invited all of our fans. Did a full casting call, invited them all to come out. And people flew from all over, and all of our friends from the message board and all that stuff. On KittieRocks.com came out, and it was just a huge party. It was awesome.
And you've got sort of a second version of Sorrow I Know out now?
Yeah, there's 2 versions that will be serviced, I guess, to the video outlet places. The current version that is on the Kittie channel on YouTube, that's our official YouTube spot there, is the Too Hot for TV version. It's, I guess, version. It's, I guess, a grittier, nastier kind of cut of the video.
Racy.
It's a little bit more of a storyline. And the version that we will be actually releasing to the places that play videos, I guess, will be our performance-based version.
Gotcha. A little more toned down for...
Yeah, well, there's definitely a little bit of an intense storyline that's going on with the Too Hot for TV. It involves murder and some other things, yeah, it's definitely won't be able to be played on TV, but it is very interesting, and I think it's shot really well.
And with 2 videos from this album, and these days it's hard to get a video out for any album period, but you guys already have 2. Should we expect any more?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, we're in talks already to perhaps do another video for another single. I believe it will be That My Darling.
Nice.
And right now we're just sort of in the works talking about it. I think we'll probably end up doing it in Canada. And it should be very exciting. And hopefully everything comes to fruition very soon.
Nice. Now, which songs from the new album, and I know you're trying to focus a lot on the new album. You don't want to give the old record company any more money.
Yeah.
Which songs from the new album are feeling the best when you play them live?
Well, we open with My Plague, and I think it's weird because I know a lot of people really, really identify and appreciate that song, but a lot of times people are stunned. It's one of my favorites to play live, but as soon as we start playing, a lot of times people are like, whoa, what's going on? This is crazy. But I think Cutthroat has gone over really, really well because it's, and a lot of people have been going onto YouTube and watching the video, which is absolutely amazing. So I think a lot of people are very familiar with that song. Forgive and Forget actually has been going over really well live as well. I think it's just the high intensity and the high impact kind of of the song. We play a lot of songs live. Whiskey Love Song's been going over really, really well as well. Just crowd reaction has been really, really positive. The opening riff went right away and it starts screaming and going crazy. So